So last week, if you watched the recording, we had the theme of articulating the body. That means dividing it into different sections so that we bring out each section very clearly. We articulate each different part of the body clearly. And particularly, we've been working on articulating it into three parts: a stable base, a very active center, and the upper part being very relaxed. And the theme that I worked on last week, which I want to continue with this week, is that if we do this, it creates a feeling of space. And it gives us, we could say, a mental space to really think clearly, not only a feeling of being surrounded physically by space, but space in our heads to think, and also space to really feel the more subtle sensations that can come from the yoga positions. So we're going to articulate really clearly, and in particular, we're going to make sure that we focus our effort at the solar plexus center and keep the top area, as a result, really free from that. We're going to do lots of different triangles today. We'll start with the sun prayer, and then we're going to do 4 different triangle positions. Take your awareness to your solar plexus. And this is going to be our point of focus this morning. Really, we want to gradually bring more and more focus to that center so that our effort becomes concentrated there and becomes freer elsewhere. Take the arms up very lightly above your head. The feet are well grounded. Stay with that just for a few moments so you can focus your thoughts more at stretching actively, specifically in that center. The neck relaxes. Come back down again. So roll down and hang forward. And let's do that a couple more times, swinging up. Take your awareness to the solar plexus. Give it time. You can almost imagine that the movement draws down into that center so that the body flows up again out of that center. The breath becomes really free. Come down, roll down and hang. Imagine space around your neck and head. Keep breathing. Swinging up one more time. Picture this movement drawing down into the third center and allow the body to flow upwards very gently. Our focus grows in the third center. The upper body becomes freer. Take your hands down. So we're going to keep this central focus as we come into the sun prayer. Take the feet and the legs together. Take the hands together. Take the arms up. Find that drawing down into the third center and flowing up out of it into free space. Come down and glide out. Hands by your feet, right foot back. Form the base with your legs. Grow from your middle. Flow upwards. Hands down. Form the plank. Knees down. Chest down. Open into the cobra. Push into downward dog. Right foot forward. Stretch up into the half moon. Left foot forward. Glide out. Relax and swing up. Grow from the third center. And the hands by your sides. Hands together. Glide up. Grow. Come down and glide out. Left foot back. Always keeping the awareness at the third center. Finding that opening above it and the sinking below. Plank. Knees, chest, and face down. Third center is the active stretch. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Half moon, stretch in both directions out of your middle. Other foot forward. Glide out in front. Swing up. Imagine again that you're really growing downwards into the feet and upwards into your chest so that your middle is really active. Hands by your sides. Let's do another round, staying with this idea. Here's our center, and the body stretches in both directions out of that center. Hands together. Stretching in two directions. Take the hands down. In this position also, we can stretch in two directions out of the center. It makes our middle more active. Hands by your feet, right foot back. Half moon once again, both directions. Then the plank. Firm line. Knees down. Chest down. Once again in the cobra, you can push down with your pelvis, up with your chest. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Both directions in the half moon. Left foot forward. Both directions from the middle of your back. And then swing up. Feet go down. Chest goes up. Hands by your sides. One more time. Really active solar plexus. Half moon. Come forwards. Standing head to knee position. Hands by your feet. Left foot back. Half moon. Plank. Knees, chest, and face down. Cobra. Downward dog. Left foot forward. And stretch, half moon. Right foot forward. Lengthen out. Relax and swing up. And again, stretch into the standing half moon. And hands by your side, straight line. So we'll come to the first of our triangles. So you can lie, well, you better have a look first. We're going to do a lying triangle where we take the leg out to the side. First of all, we'll take the leg up. And in this position, we'll make sure that we really are pushing actively into both legs. And what this does is it brings a concentrated focus into the third center. So we need to think of the movement coming not just from the hips, but right from the third center. You can take your foot or your leg and keep pushing into the horizontal leg. Really remain active in the third center as this other leg comes out to the side. So would you all like to lie on your backs? Keep that focus at the third center, shoulders relaxed, raise your right leg. Take hold of either the leg or the foot. And now focus on pushing outwards into both legs. Gathering in at your third center. When you really feel you've got that gathering in the third, only then do you start moving the leg outwards. By pushing into the leg on the ground, it stops the hip from coming up, that left hip. Pause when you get to your limit point. Make sure your shoulders and head are relaxed. And then grow a bit further into that horizontal leg. See if you can bring the sideways directed leg then a little bit further as well. Movement centers at the solar plexus. Return. We'll change over to the other side. Raise your left leg to the vertical. Take hold of the foot or the leg. Make sure that you're really pushing outwards into your right leg. Shoulders stay relaxed. You feel the centering come into the solar plexus. And now start to bring the left leg out sideways. Pause when you get to your limiting point. Make sure the breath is free. Grow a bit further into that horizontal leg and see if the sideways leg comes a bit further as well. Be aware that you have that focused center at the solar plexus. Return again. Change sides again. See if we can experience this time the space that opens up through doing this position. Raise your right leg. Take the foot or the leg. Grow into the left leg. Be aware of that focused effort at the solar plexus. The shoulders and the head are relaxed. Now we can start to bring the leg out sideways. So we have a clear articulation centering at the solar plexus, active in the legs, relaxed around the head. And it's this articulation that opens up an experience of spaciousness, inwardly as well as physically. Return again. Change over to the other side. So don't come into the full position too quickly. Raise your left leg and stay in the vertical to start with so that you can really build up the articulation, growing into both legs, centering at the solar plexus, relaxing the head, the neck. Take the left leg out now. Keep pushing into the right leg as you do so. The right hip should stay down. Remain aware of this articulation, centering at your third center, active at the legs, relaxed around the head, neck, and shoulders. Through the articulation, an experience of space can open up. Return again. Just pause, still lying down. You can experience the spaciousness in your breathing. And come back up. Come up to a standing position. We'll come to our second triangle. Take your feet wide apart. So to do this, we're going to think of the triangle in a slightly different sense. We're going to think of the word 3 angles, and we're going to grow out in 3 directions from this center. So take your arms above your head. Take your right arm to the horizontal. And from this center, we can imagine ourselves growing in 3 directions: upwards, to the right, into the arm, and diagonally left, into that left leg. Let's imagine those 3 directions of growth, 3 angles out of the center. Take the arm back up, change over to the other side. Be aware of that focused center. Imagine a direction of growth upwards through the right arm, out to the left through the left arm, diagonally down to the right through the right leg. 3 directions of growth. Come back to the center, change arms again. This time we're going to come over into the triangle. Start with that picture first, that you build up those 3 directions of growth again. Left leg, left arm, right arm. And now bring the movement further to a diagonal, staying with those 3 directions. Don't place any weight on your right hand, but by really streaming out in 3 directions, you don't need to. Come back. The streaming out in all directions builds a real stability into your solar plexus. You start with this already now. When you have that stability, you come over. Keep breathing. Back again. Wide, spacious movements. We'll do a few more repetitions of this to build it up. Active stretching in 3 directions. You feel that centering come in. And then you come a little bit further this time than you did last time. Back to the middle. Change arms from the center. Right leg, right arm, left arm. Feel that center really tightening and come all the way over. And then back to the middle again. Come even further this time. Just stretch up out of your center. Take your right arm down. Build up the activity growing in the 3 directions. And now come all the way far, far over. And back to the middle. Change arms. Build up the tension outwards in all 3, right leg this time. and all the way over to the left. Come back, take both thumbs up, take the hands down, roll down forwards, gliding far out. Relax and come back up. Hands by your sides. We'll do this triangle one more time, focusing on this theme of space. If we have a really focused activity in the center, but can remain more free and open in the upper regions, space opens up. Let's stay with that idea as we practice it one more time. Take the arms up, right arm out to the side, start growing outwards in the three directions, bringing an active focus in the middle, but remaining freer and lighter through the extremities. Come far out into the position. Space can open up through the articulation. Return, change the arms around, build up the stretch in the other direction, active in the middle, free and open in the extremities, and come over one more time to experience the opening space. And return. Both arms up. Take the hands down. Glide forwards and out. Relax again and swing back up. Hands down by your sides. All right, we'll come to another lying triangle. You'd like to lie on your left side and make sure that your body is aligned with your yoga mat, with the edge of it, and your head rests on your left arm. So this position once again has its center at the solar plexus. Bring that clearly into your awareness again. The head is relaxed. Once again, the legs are going to be very active, as in the last lying triangle. Raise your right leg, twisting the foot so it comes up towards the ceiling. It points up, not outwards. And push at the same time actively into the left leg along the ground. Pushing into the left leg helps the right leg to come up higher. Then lightly take hold of that foot, or don't even take hold of it. You can just point towards the foot or the leg so that you keep a very free hand. The dynamic is in the legs. It shouldn't be done by pulling with the hands. Keep breathing. Come back down. Change over to the other side. Stretch out so that you're aligned with your mat, the edge of it, head resting on the right arm. Be aware of your solar plexus. Raise your left leg. And then reach lightly up with the right arm. You're pushing actively into that right leg along the ground. The legs are active. The solar plexus is centered. The head is relaxed. Come back down. Change around to the other side. So we'll practice again, paying attention to the experience of space that opens up through this articulation. So the plexus is the center. The head must be really relaxed right from the start. breath flows. Raise the right leg actively and push actively outwards into both legs, feeling that extra centering at your center. And very freely and lightly come up with the arm, not grabbing, just pointing. Head relaxed. Push a bit more activity into your legs, but really keep the head and the neck and shoulders free. We can notice how space opens up, an experience of space through the articulation. Come back down and change around. Once again, center. Relaxed head. Bring the left leg up. Build up that activity flowing out through the legs, really actively. More centering. Head relaxed. Gliding lightly up with the arm. Through this articulation, an experience of space can open up. Come back down. And then finally come up to a standing position for the last triangle. This is the twisted triangle. Take your feet wide apart into a triangular base again. Once again, we have our solar plexus as our center. Let's first of all take the arms wide out. And the more you spread the arms out widely, the more you can feel an expansion happening in your middle. Stay with that, really widening, letting the breath expand. Okay, relax. So we want to keep this feeling of a kind of expanding tension in the middle of the body as we do these twists. So I'm going to take one hand to the middle in front of us. If you imagine a circle around you, then that's 12 o'clock. And we'll take the other hand vertically up into a line. So wide opening, build up that tension in your middle. And swing round to make a vertical line. Come back again. Open up, widening. And then the other side. Active from the center, stretching upwards. And then return again. And take the hands down. If you imagine your clock around you, this time we're going to take the right hand down to 10:30 and the left arm going vertically up. Then we'll come back, take the left hand down to 1:30 and the right hand vertically up. Widen. We've got a good active center and we've got spaciousness around us. When you're ready, actively down and grow. Back up again. Open your body and come round to the other side. and back up. Take the hands down. We'll do the position one more time. This time, as far as possible, we'll take the right hand all the way around to 9 o'clock. It means that you're facing the wall behind you. Then we'll take the other hand round to 3 o'clock. Wide open arms. You'll have to swing all the way around. It'll mean your hip will come round as well. Opening wide and swing all the way round. And back up again. Through the space. One more time, lifting up and swing far round. And back up again. Just notice the space around you. Take the hands down and close your legs. Let's just stand for a moment to finish off. So we've worked on really focusing our efforts here at the solar plexus, remaining active in the legs and very free around the head. You can just notice, how is your breathing now? Does it feel more spacious? Do you have more a sense that you're connected with the space in the room around you? Does it feel as if there is more space for thoughts to form themselves clearly in your head? Let's finish our session there.